This is Smallzy Surgery.
He was a star from District 2 in the Hunger Games. He was in the new Bad Boys movie that came out earlier this year. He's got a new series that is called Earth Abides. It premieres today, the same day as the US, and it's only on Stan. His name is Alexander Ludwig. Let's take a listen to the show that's out today.
Everyone disappear but me. Now you.
If we stick together, there's enough to keep us alive for years. Maybe civilization could rise again.
Oh, this sounds right up my alley. Is he on Zoom right now?
You got him ready to
Let's go talk to him.
We can't just leave our doors wide open.
You can't close us off to other people.
There are two kinds of people, the weak and the strong.
Hi, I'm Alexander Ludwig, and I play Ish in Earth Abides. Hope. That's how we'll win in the end.
Hey man, I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good.
How small are you in real life?
No, it's my last name. My last name is Small.
It's a sweet last name.
That's just what we do here in Australia. We give people nicknames.
What would mine be?
Big Al. We'll call you Big Al. Or
I'll
the
take
Lud.
it.
No, we'd call you the
It's
Lud.
better than what my other friends call me.
We'd call you the Lud.
The Lud.
The Lud.
My friends in Canada call me Luddy.
Well, I'm just going to call you a unit, man. The most shredded guy I've had on the show. I've had the most shredded guy I've had on the show this year. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for being on, man.
Hey man, you too. No, thank you for having me. I'm so grateful.
This show is everything I love. I love apocalyptic, end of the world. You wake up. I mean, I don't want to give too much. Maybe I'll let you explain. But your character wakes up and then like 2020 happened all over again.
100%. I mean, what separates this from any other post-apocalyptic show is this is about a guy who's bitten by a rattlesnake. He wakes up out of a coma, essentially, to find that he may be the last man on planet Earth. And you follow him from the ages of 25 all the way up to essentially 70 as he finds his way in the world and tries to rebuild civilization, meeting a lot of unsuspecting characters along the way. What I love so much about this show is it's hopeful. It's about faith in yourself and in others. And it's got this tribal element to it as well. It's like you're meeting people along the way that you don't know you can trust. There's no zombies. This isn't a monster show. This is about what would actually happen. And I think what's so cool about it is, like, during that horrible pandemic that we've all been through, I'd be willing to bet most of us have asked ourselves that question, like what would we do in this scenario? And finally there's a show about it. And it's so crazy. This was written in 1949, this book. And it's never been so topical.
Yeah, this is the one thing when you find like, because when people might see this show and see the first couple of episodes and go, oh, did they come up like with this straight after the pandemic? Like, it feels very real, very like a what if of what we've actually lived through. But then when you find out that it was a book that was written 70 or 80 years ago, you go, oh no, hang on, humanity has always had this gross fear that we could all wake up and be lonely, and everyone we know and love is gone, and you have to find your way through this world.
It's cool because it's like, to me, it also, like, because I totally agree with what you just said, and it's like, Ish as a character, the character I play, his name's Isherwood Williams. Like, he's very much a solitary man, and I love my solitary moments as much as the next guy, but it's one thing to choose them, and it's one thing for it to be forced on you.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy the idea of, like, I just want alone time so I can watch, like, some sport, but I don't want to like have alone time because there's actually no one else alive, and I'm left to find my way through the world on my own. Can I say, you've had a busy, crazy year. You were in the Bad Boys movie earlier this year. That must have been crazy fun. I had Will Smith on the show for that.
Funny enough, I actually texted Will about Earth Abides because I said, this was the most demanding thing I've ever done in my life. And I was like, you might be the only person I know who has gone through a similar experience shooting I Am Legend. I mean, it was probably even worse because it was just him for the entire film. At least with me, I got to interact with people along the way eventually. Bad Boys is, you do things for different reasons. Bad Boys was such a dream because I'm working with my heroes and the people who made me want to be in this business in the first place, from Will, Martin, and Jerry Bruckheimer, who I'm such a fan of as a producer as well.
One question I didn't ask Will was, like, Miami feels like, I don't know how much time you've spent in Miami, but it feels like the sort of place where, there's always drugs and gang. Is that like that in real life there, or is that just like the Hollywood version of Miami, or is it actually like, you know?
No, dude, it's when we're done shooting, we're doing drugs and
yeah, that's what
I mean, that's it. No, dude,
that was my answer. That was all I needed. That's you said it.
My publicist is like losing
what are you
it.
doing?
Never mind right now.
What are you doing? No, but I'm assuming Miami is one of those towns that, like, I mean, like Hollywood most of the time is, or LA is glamorized as the sun is shining and is beautiful, and New York is the city where people make their dreams come true. Anything in Miami, there's always drugs and there's always gangs, and I'm like, is that the stereotype of Miami in IRL?
I don't think that you're off though, because have you ever watched a documentary called Cocaine Cowboys?
Yes.
So like, it's fascinating, but like, truly, a lot of the reason why Miami became Miami was because of its geographical location and all of that. So now I would say it's not like that at all. Like, when we go there, it's a beautiful city, incredible people. I mean, it'd be an amazing place to live. I will tell you, we don't get to shoot nearly as much as I wish we did in Miami. A lot of what we shoot is in Atlanta, which is another place I love, but I would love to shoot more there. Sure.
Now, I did start this off by saying you probably are the most shredded guy that I've had on the show this year, and I people need to appreciate.
I'm sure you've had Chris Hemsworth on this show.
No, true. No, you are right. I have, but I would say, are you always this lean? Because like, scrolling on your Instagram, I don't think there's a photo of you ever out of shape. Like, it's like you're constantly just always jacked. This is a compliment as someone who does go to the gym and does appreciate it and understands. Are you genetically blessed that you just run a lower body fat percentage normally, or are you always on your diet? Are you always 100% tapped in?
So like, I am a little bit crazy, but not as crazy as you think. Like, I fall off my diet like anybody does. For me, it's more of a mental health thing, to be honest. Like, I genuinely need to go to the gym to feel centered. So that's me. And honestly, so much of it, like, you could not work out and just eat well and you're going to look great. That's the hardest thing, is I do love to eat.
We all love food.
We love food. But like, I've just kind of found my sweet spot in terms of like the minimum amount of work I have to do to get like the maximum results. But yeah, no,
still
it's
haven't
really
found
just
that
like
yet. Personally, over here, still haven't found that yet.
Dude, you look great, man.
No. This is all like lighting and where it's getting warmer. Like, honestly, I go on holidays for 2 weeks. And I just hit the breakfast buffet and it is all over. Like, I come back and I'm like, what did I do to myself? Like, why did I do that? Anyway, enough about me.
The truth is, for me, it's cutting out the carbs. As long as I have, if I cut out the carbs, I'm going to look and feel my best. That's just how I.
You also not only are a talented actor, gifted musician as well. Well, hey, I'm just calling what I see. What else do you do that we don't know about? You seem to have a lot of skills.
I'm a recreational skydiver when I'm not working.
No, I was going to say, your people wouldn't let you do that.
No, I do. They hate me for it, but it's something that I love to do. I actually competed in freestyle skiing when I was a kid. So I love skiing. I grew up in Whistler, which is basically Australia 2.0 now. There's a lot of you Aussies in Whistler,
I apologize.
Canada.
We have taken over there. I've had friends go over there and do a snow season or 5.
I mean, I feel like Canadians and Australians have a very special connection, and I love it. So, freestyle skiing when I can. I love to surf. I love the outdoors.
Don't you also do jewelry? Don't you also in your spare time? Is that yours? That's you?
Yeah, well, yeah, my wife designs it, but this is all recycled gold and sterling silver. So my wife and I created a company called which uses only recycled gold and sterling silver, and she designs all the pieces, and she's just incredible. So that's been going tremendously.
Do you ever have time off? Do you ever just not do anything, or you seem very busy? You seem very busy.
I just feel like I've lived long enough in this business to have not been busy, and I just never want that feeling again, because I remember like, you know, never getting a job and being broke and just struggling to make it. And I just, for me, now that I'm also 6 years sober, so for me that helps as well, because I get my highs doing things that, you know, I still love going out to the bars with my buddies, and I'll go play pool and stuff, but it's not the same. So I think I just have more time on my hands, and I'm very ADD that way. I kind of always have to keep stuff happening.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting you say that, because I think people maybe don't realize when you have a career or success that comes in peaks and troughs, you can ride the highs, and if it's low and you know what it feels like when it's low and your phone's not ringing, or you're not doing what you love, when the highs are high, you are like, no, I need to double down on this, because whenever you work in a creative business, there's always a chance that you may not have that next gig. So like, let's just keep going, because you want to have.
And honestly, that will happen no matter how big of an actor you are. Like inevitably, like that's how this business is. Like it's why you see some guys pop up some years and other guys not. It's like, that's just what happens in our business. So I count my blessings every time I get to work, but you know, especially now I got kids to provide for. It's like I gotta keep going.
Man, absolutely.
We got college to pay for.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Well, the show is out December 2, same day as the US here in Australia. Earth Abides. Man, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for making time for us.
Come on, man, you're a legend. I'm so happy we got to meet, and hope I'll make it to Australia soon. I absolutely love it there.
Absolutely, yeah. You are welcome anytime. You can drop your workout routine. I'll cut carbs in the lead up. all of the above. I don't want to be in a photo with you, to be honest with you. Like you're like just not fair. It's just not fair. Man, thank you so much for the time, dude. I appreciate it.
Dude.
Have a great day.
Yeah, back at you, man. You too.
You're listening to the Smallzy Surgery Podcast.
Hear more from Smallzy live weeknights from 8.
Only on Nova.